Crack-a-lacking, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Fatty, aka Court Shifter, and what we do here is we talk about everything that has to do with money, but we do it in the most simple terms because we want everybody to understand, and when everybody understands, everybody can make some money. We're talking about real estate today, which is really cool because it's our first video where we talk about real estate. And it's actually even cooler because we're talking about my personal first purchase. I'm trying to show you guys how I go about my life and how I go about making a dollar. So let's get on to the video. So if you've been living under a rock or you've been living in Batman's lair, basically what's happening right now in the real estate market, especially in Montreal, which is where I live, is the market is actually nuts. It's super hot. A lot of people are buying properties right now, but there's not a lot of properties that are available to buy. So demand is high, supply is low, which brings up the price. And what is happening is people in my city are overbidding $50,000, $100,000, even $120,000 more than the property's listed price, which is nuts to me. I'm not Bill Gates. I can't really compete with that. Buying a property in this specific market is super hard on your emotions. It's super hard on how you feel every day. You kind of feel like you're not really getting anywhere every time you see a property. It sucks. I'll be honest with you guys, it sucks. As entrepreneurs, what we do, if one way is not working, we gotta try to take the back road. We gotta try to swerve. We gotta try to adapt. We gotta try to pivot. We're looking for income that's paying us every single month without having any obligations to go to a 9-to-5 job. That's really our goal, and that's what we're trying to do. In Montreal, we're really not finding any properties, which kind of sucks because we would love to buy a property where we can just drive up 10 minutes or 15 minutes to see. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So what we did to pivot and adapt is we looked around Montreal and the surrounding areas. At the same time, the rents were super low. So we kept searching. My landlord, I think last week, came in to have us sign the new lease, and he actually let me know that Gatineau, which I've never heard of, it's crazy because it's in my province, but I've never heard of it, is very undervalued right now. And what's happening now, in my opinion, is if Ottawa becomes too expensive, people will have to move out of Ottawa and go into Gatineau. It's literally a 5-minute drive. I did even more research and I saw a lot of beautiful properties, super undervalued, even in this market, but they're charging crazy amounts for rent. I've immediately believed that we can cash flow, and I put some numbers in on certain properties, and we were cash flowing $5, $6, $7, $1,000 a month on properties if we only put a 5% down. Gatineau became super interesting to us, and we actually went to Gatineau last weekend to check out one property that we really liked. Before we take you guys with us to Ottawa/Gatineau, we need to tell you guys what it is exactly we're looking for in a property. And we have 3 different criteria that we're looking for in a rental property, and here's number 1. Our first criteria is we're looking straight up for a duplex. We're not looking for more and we're not looking for less. We're not looking for more because anything over a duplex, you have to put 10% down. We don't want to put all of our money in one basket because we have other projects going on at this moment. Criteria number 2, we're looking for a property that's in a coveted area where we can go ahead and justify charging high rents for the units. The more you charge for rents, the property value actually goes up. So if I buy a property where the landlord is charging the tenant $950 for one unit, and I know easily I can take back that unit and charge $1,000 too. That's really interesting for us because by increasing the revenue that the property brings in, we actually also increase the value of the property. Third criteria is basically we're looking for a property where we can add value. A livable basement would be great, where we can go ahead and add in a door or a window and then turn it into the 3rd unit. That would be really cool. An outdated kitchen where we can go ahead and just add a new kitchen and increase the property's value. And it's really important for me to show you guys how I'm doing all this as a beginner investor. So if I make any mistakes, when I make mistakes, I want you guys to learn from my mistakes so that you guys don't have to go through the same mistakes that I'm going through. So if you like this type of content, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps my channel out and I would be forever indebted. Talking, let's go to Ottawa. So we're actually in Ottawa right now, but I want to first introduce you guys to my business partner. She's my business partner, not just for real estate, but for also my other business. Daniela, introduce yourself.
What's up, guys?
She doesn't really know what to say. So I really wanted to touch on something before we go actually eat because we're a little hungry. When you're looking for a business partner, you need to have trust. And I think between me and you, we have a lot of trust. I think I trust you with like 100%.
Yeah.
I hope it's the same for me. A little?
I'm kidding, I trust you. Of
Yeah.
course I trust you. Yes, that's definitely a need. Like,
yes.
crucial.
So trust is really important.
Yeah.
Because when you're buying real estate with somebody, you're meddling your money with that person.
And their situation too.
Exactly. And so like you're literally signing a contract for 25 years with that person. So you guys got to make sure that the person you are buying with is somebody you trust. I've known Daniela for about 4 years. Four?
I think 4.
We started a business about 3 years ago. We work together. I see her almost every day. And so I fully trust her. And she, I believe, fully trusts me. I mean, she confirmed it. I know if I leave $1,000 in front of Daniela, that $1,000 is going to be the same $1,000 or even more. That's what I'm saying. Needed to say it. Okay, that's it. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
That's
for
it.
me.
Okay. So we just finished with the open house for the property. It's the blue one right there. So you see here, that's one unit, and then there, that's a second unit. This unit right here is a 2-bedroom. That unit right here is a 3-bedroom. That one's on 2 floors, so floor 1, floor 2, and then that one's on 3 floors, so floor 1, floor 2, and then basement. There was some work done cosmetically, so that's why it looks good in the pictures. When I say pictures deceive, the rooms are not as big as the pictures. We were surprised as to how small the basement was compared to the picture. The first unit, which is the 2 bedrooms that I showed you guys, we rented out for $1,200, and it's being actually rented out for $1,200. The back unit itself, it's a 3-floor, 3-bed, but that one can go for about $1,400 minimum. We can actually get some pretty good cash flow off this property. Now, the thing is, we don't know about appreciation because we drove around Gatineau, and this is probably not the best place for appreciation. And the reason why we say that is because the streets themselves are very old. The buildings are almost all of them really old and not really renovated. So it's gonna take a lot, or like a miracle, for this area to appreciate as much as we would love it to appreciate. It will appreciate, but not as much as we would love it to. The previous owner actually bought it for how much? $288,000. We're not stalkers. We just have our ways. We just have the registry. Exactly, that's what it's called. We get to see how much they bought it for, when they bought it for, and the actual rate. So yeah, it's very stalkerish. No?
Yeah, it is.
It's like super stalkerish.
It is very stalkerish.
Yeah.
It's good information to know.
By the way, being in Gatineau, we realized that there is a lot of opportunity out here. It's just crazy. Like, Ottawa is literally 10 minutes from this property, which is nuts. So we actually asked a lot of people who live around this duplex what they think about the actual area, and a lot of them said what?
A lot of them said the same story, so that, you know, it's an older neighborhood, not as developed in terms of newer construction, but it's still, you know, all about location. So it's nicely located, but you're not going to be getting the same type of, you know, chic houses or condos or duplexes that you might get elsewhere, maybe a little bit further out.
But it has value because it's super close to Ottawa. Alright, so we're back in the office. Let's go ahead and check out the numbers on this duplex. Alright, so here's the numbers that we put in to try to evaluate this property to the best of our ability and see how much we would cash flow every single month. Before we start, I want to explain to you guys what we're actually looking at over here. Here, what we have is a description of every single number that you guys see right here. Here and here are all the same numbers except the actual rents. The difference between these two columns is this right here is the actual rent that the tenants are paying to the owner, and this right here is the rents that we hope to actually increase to. So the only difference you guys will see here is the total monthly rent, so $2,600, $2,150. Let's begin. So here we have property type, it's duplex. Gatineau Hall, in the region of Gatineau Hall. Purchase price is $349,900. This right here is going to be the closing cost. So 5% down will be $17,495, same number. Land transfer tax would be $3,749, same number. Notary is $1,500, which is a bit inflated, but I believe that we can bring that down to maybe $750, $800. Inspection is $500. Total is going to be $23,244. This is our cash outlay. So this is how much money we have to deploy to buy this property. Okay, this is the total amount. The monthly mortgage is $1,402. So this mortgage right here, we actually have to pay a little bit more in the mortgage because we're putting down 5%. The reason why that actually matters is because if you're putting a 5% down, you do have to pay an insurance premium on your mortgage. The total amount with the actual mortgage comes up to $1,402 with the insurance. So same number over here too. Continuing to the rents, rent number 1, this is the 2-bedroom, 2-floor, $1,200, and this is a fair price, which is why we kept it at $1,200. Here we have rent number 2, which is the 3-bed, 3-floor unit, which is currently being rented at $950, which is super below market rent. When we take the property back, we will be increasing it to $1,400 if we buy the property. And total monthly rents will go from $2,150, which is what the owner is currently getting, to $2,600, which is hopefully what we would be getting. Taxes and property management, all this right here is the expenses. So our taxes are at $284.78, it's the same. Property management is at $150, but this number would be lower for us because what we would do is we would actually hire one of our friends who would charge us less, who lives in Gatineau, and we actually inflated the price a little bit more to cover some unforeseen costs every month. So this is really our due diligence. Insurance is $120. I believe it could be a little bit less, but you know, that's not by a lot, so it doesn't really matter. So $120 is our insurance for the actual property. Our total amount would be $554.78, which is the same amount. This is the total amount of expenses that we have to pay a month on top of our mortgage. So life is beautiful, yes, but not too beautiful because you do have to pay more than just a mortgage when you own an income property. Now, here's where the fun part comes in. Our total income would be $2,150 if we didn't raise the rents. Our total expenses would be $1,956.78, which is the same. And a total cash flow, which is this minus that. So basically what is left over from our total total income would be $193 a month. Doesn't sound too appealing, but it is what it is. We know that we can increase the rents to $2,600, which would actually give us a $643 total cash flow every single month. Now, these two numbers are great, but let's try to put them in perspective. Our cash-on-cash return, which is really how much of a return we're getting on the money we're dispersing. So off this amount that we're actually spending to buy this property, how much does this actually, is this really worth it? And currently with what the owner has the rents at, no. 9.96% is kind of low for a cash-on-cash return. It's not really what we would be looking for. But at 643, our cash-on-cash return is 33.19%. That's a really good return, and that is very feasible because I'll be honest with you guys, this $1,400 was not something that we just came up with. We looked at the comparables in the market, and we actually asked the owner's agent who showed us the property, and he said $1,400 is minimum what you can charge in this area. And this is what I was referring to before. Gatineau, you can charge high rents because it's super close to downtown Ottawa. So the big question is, did we offer? Did we not offer? What did we do? Let's talk about it. So the simple answer I can give you guys is no, we didn't offer. And here's why. Like I said before, you're supposed to partner up with people you trust, people you get along with, people that you're not gonna argue with, people that you're gonna hear out, they're gonna hear you out. That's why I love partnering up with Daniela so much. But we did not offer because Daniela didn't want to offer. I personally liked to offer. I wanted to offer. I believe the numbers made sense. I believe our cash-on-cash return made sense. I believe the two units were actually really, really good units. Each one has multiple floors and it's 2 bedrooms or more in each unit. And so that's why I really like this property and I really wanted to go ahead and offer. And Daniela, unfortunately, did not want to, but she had a point. She did not think that the rooms were big enough. They weren't. She did not think the ceiling was high enough in the rooms. They weren't. Basically, Daniela was not proud of the property, and she specifically told me that if she had bought this property, she would not be as proud as she should be because it's her first real estate purchase too. And to really touch on that, you need to be proud of your property. You need to say, oh, look, I have this, I'm super proud of it. It's not just the numbers that matter, it's really if you like the property. Daniela had some really strong points, and as a partner, we had to listen to each other, listen to our pros and cons, and we came to the decision where we're not gonna offer. There's a lot of other maybe equal or even better properties out there in Gatineau. We do not regret our decision. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this video in any shape, way, or form, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. It really, really, really helps my channel because, you know, a subscription really gives me the motivation to actually continue making this content for you guys. It really tells me if you guys are liking this content or not. If you guys want to see more of this specific real estate content, comment down below. It's going to give me an idea also of what you guys want to see. And if you want to see something else, let me know. I got you. I'm your boy. And again, thank you so much for watching the video. See you in the next video. Missing someone.